Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another critical analysis in our channel. Here we analyze pure politics. I received a WhatsApp question from my good friend Mwalimu Tom asking why is it that aspirants from Central Kenya are not putting the Raila's R in their posters. I want to answer that question by two questions. One, why is it that they are neither putting Uhuru Kenyatta's photos in their posters? And why is Raila not campaigning in Central Kenya? Ladies and gentlemen, that is the question I want us to look at. The last one, why Raila is not campaigning in Central Kenya? In my understanding, all those three questions are tied up together, but I want us to look at that. When last did Raila campaign in Central Kenya? On 25th of February, there was the joint NDC, the ODM NDC and Jubilee NDC. Jubilee were at KICC and ODM was in Kasarani. Then after those two NDCs, Raila Odinga started his campaigns. And of course, at that time, it was like, after that, they were expecting President Uhuru Kenyatta to make the tour with Raila. But that did not happen. So what happened, Raila was to do a 9-day marathon tour, marathon rallies in the country, and that will culminate in the declaration in Jacaranda. Remember, at that point, already he had been endorsed by President Uhuru Kenyatta, but the talks of Kalonzo were still going on. So Raila went to Nakuru, he went to Bungoma, he went to, I think, Nyamira, he went to Machakos. Then after Machakos, which was on a Saturday, he was supposed to go to Nyeri the following day. I remember very well, that was on 6th March. Then, apparently, he didn't go to Nyeri. That rally was cancelled last minute. And if you remember very well, I analyzed it in this channel. And I want you to check out for, I think this is the video. Yeah, this one that is now popping up here. Why that rally was cancelled. Since that rally was cancelled, the very day that rally was cancelled, it was on Sunday. Raila and Uhuru attended a Magical Kenya event. Then that was to be the last rally that was cancelled from there. Then on 7th, which was Monday the next week, Raila met 25 MCAs from Murang'a who endorsed him and joined the Azimio la Umoja team. That is where the Runningmate conversation came on. After that, he just did the other rallies. Actually, they went to Wajir, Kisumu. Then after Kisumu rally, remember, they went to Kasarani. They went back to KICC and Jacaranda event, where now Kalonzo endorsed him. Now after that, Raila was out of the country. After the Saturday, he went out of the country for 5 days, the UK tour. Remember, that time William Ruto had just jetted back. So after the UK tour, when he came back, he only went to Meru. Remember, he only went to Meru. That he was hosted by, I think, the Kiretu Murungi and the Peter Monya. That's when he's coming back, Kiretu Murungi joined Azimio. I was giving you that rough up so that you see that clearly when we ask when did Raila go to Central Kenya, we are on date 8th. The whole of April, the whole of March, he did not go. And this is like 10 days into April, he has not gone there. So when we question that, why has he stopped going to Central Kenya? We are asking a legitimate question because in the political matrix, there are two matrix that we are being told here. We are being told that Raila Odinga needs 30% of Central Kenya, while William Ruto needs 80% from Central Kenya. But at the end of it, it is true that he has not been going there. The same question when I was doing I was just trying to pick up pieces, I also realized that it is not just him. In the recent past, not even the recent past, even President Uhuru Kenyatta has not done the Mount Kenya tour. It is being postponed. Uhuru was supposed to go there, I think, in January. To date, he has not gone there. He only went to, I think, Sagana Declaration. That's the last he was in Central Kenya. Even William Ruto in the last 2 weeks, he only went to Murang'a. After Murang'a, he did not go to Central Kenya. Now, what's happening? I want us to look at maybe some of the few results why I feel that Raila Odinga has stopped going to Central Kenya, or why those campaigns have been a bit suspended. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to humbly request you to subscribe to our channel, and also, more importantly, click the notification bell. This is just the bell above the subscription button. Thank you. We are at 14,000 subscribers. So by the into April, we have already got 1,500 subscribers. Yeah, because by the time we were getting to April, we were, I think, around 12,500 there. Asanteni sana. Let's continue subscribing. Here we have the best, I can promise you. Now, what is happening? Number one thing that I think is going on here is the political psychology around the running mate. I'm using the word psychology because of this. There are two things. In Azimio, there are two contestants. One for the running mate. One is Kalonzo Musyoka. The other one is from the Central Kenya, who is not yet known. Now, Kalonzo Musyoka, while sitting in SKM Command Center in Karen, have already declared himself the running mate. And remember, he was putting on the demand that the least he could pick is that running mate, being Raila's deputy. So I think the Raila's campaign strategy team are feeling that if he concentrates his campaigns like in the last 30 days before announcing the running mate, and in the event that running mate is Kalonzo Musyoka, he's likely to have a backlash. Because when he goes there, the crowd is charged, is gelling with them, they see him as the person that is going to promise them. But to make sure that they're not going to experience backlash if Raila do not pick Gema as Raila's running mate, he's decided to avoid it. And just on this point, let me put up something. I think Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is not a bad person to be Raila's candidate, but not in 2022. Because in 2022, the dynamics have changed. He has already declared himself, and the Wiper team are like, this is what is going to happen. And this is why the cracks that emerged at Azimio la Umoja, I analyzed that video here. I think Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta might have known what was going on. Let me defend myself by saying this. When Alfred Mutua gave the demands on Saturday, not on Saturday, I think it was on Wednesday, Charity Ngilu was not there, so it was only the rest of the team. Then there were two things. One was the party zoning and the running mate. I don't understand why those 8 parties will have an interest in the running mate, while the truth is the running mate do not come from those parties. Why the Chama, the Kazi, DAPK running mate cannot come from those parties. So I don't understand why they had an issue with the running mate. But then I feel after Kalonzo declared himself the running mate, Raila and Uhuru and the campaign team might have realized that for us to win this conversation, let's also allow these parties to have a say. Because according to initially what was in the coalition agreement is that the running mate was coming from the Oka. That is why Kalonzo was insisting on Azimio la Umoja Oka. So what was happening according to the agreement is that they wanted that clause, that document to be withdrawn. One, so that the running mate is decided by consensus. The yesterday meeting that Raila held with those representatives of those parties, Raila called President Uhuru Kenyatta live when they were there. And I think this is the photo here. And they talked and they agreed that all those parties will have a say on who is to become Raila Odinga's running mate. If that is to happen, then ladies and gentlemen, I can surely tell you that if that topic is brought to a consensus, then Kalonzo is going to lose that running mate push. And to say the truth, if Kalonzo Musyoka means well for Raila Odinga to win this election, I think he should withdraw that appetite for running mate and allow Raila Odinga to pick a running mate from Central Kenya. Otherwise, I see a man who is, and this is my opinion, I see a man who is more focusing on that running mate and succession politics at the expense of Raila Odinga's win. The least, to say the least, he's not interested in Raila Odinga's winning. He's interested in the running mate at whatever cost. Let's look at number 2. There could also be a probability that there is the restructuring of the secretariat. Raila Odinga's secretariat. Remember, initially there was a secretariat that was formed that was including Nderitu Muridhi, Elizabeth Mayo, I think it also has Charity Ngilu, Gidongo was also there, CSK Macharia, and the other team. So when Kalonzo joined, that campaign team was managing Raila Odinga's presidential campaign. But then with now the presence of Kalonzo, I think Kalonzo also wants to see an inclusive secretariat that is joined. So because there is still a bit of that restructure, the campaigns have slowed down. You will realize Raila is not in Central Kenya technically because the campaigns have slowed down. And if you want to know the campaigns have slowed down, it is not just on the number of rallies. It is also on branding and bit of finances that are injected there. Raila Odinga was in Western, and you did not see the vibrant Azimio machinery there. Even the ground, he used to have this ground where Raila Odinga is there, and you can be seen in the background and all that. And it was just an Azimio la Umoja, no Jubilee, no Orange, no Wiper. So what I feel is, even the finances have been at least gone down, not been injected there fully, and they are now waiting to make a restructure and have a fresh branding. They will agree that even in that branding of the background and the foreground where Raila is standing, are we going to envision Raila with the ODM party, the Jubilee, and all the parties there, or it will be a Raila Odinga's Azimio affair? I think there's still a lot of work that are being done in terms of branding moving forward now with the presence of Kalonzo Musyoka, because the only person that I saw in Central was Kalonzo Musyoka. He campaigned in Central before joining Raila in West Pokot. I think a third aspect could also be the nomination campaigns. The nomination campaigns are going on there, and I want to tie this with what Mwalimu Tom was asking me, why they're not using Raila's big R or even Uhuru Kenyatta's photo. This is what is happening. The politicians seeking elective seats in Central Kenya, their competitors are William Samoei Ruto. Now, if you look at the UDA rallies, the UDA posters, those ones have Irungu Kang'ata with William Ruto, any other person with William Ruto. In fact, even William Ruto going to TV to endorse Irungu Kang'ata in one of the adverts that was running in Citizen TV, if you are keen. But on the other side, I think the electorates the politicians are telling Uhuru that allow us to go as Jubilee representatives, but let's not go with Raila or you, because there is a sense of that the government is facing some rebellion there, or there's some stage-managed hostility. So to make them get an entrance and be judged as representatives, as a member of parliament, or as a governor aspirant, as a senate aspirant, they detach from the Azimio aspect a bit. Then after the nominations are done, and now Uhuru Kenyatta have Jubilee aspirants, they can hit the road both with Raila. That is my understanding. That's why they have actually told Raila to still step, at least not to do those campaigns. Again, these leaders like, if you look at Kanini Kega, if you look at nominated senator, this minor commander, Nderitu Muridhi, it's not Nderitu Muridhi that is still standing very close to Raila. Minor commander seems to have retreated. And what is happening is, some of these people wanted these elective seats, and maybe they wanted these direct tickets, and that is not forthcoming. Just an analysis. Lastly, I think the hostility that is now being meted on government by this inflation. So government is a bit unpopular. So And you know where there is a lot of problem is that Central Kenya. Anything that is not happening well and it's affecting the whole of the country, there is a way the William Ruto communication team and the strategy team have found a way of commodifying or customizing every national problem to be a Central Kenya problem. Even this inflation, they are telling them everything about the fertilizer. You know, it's a problem. They're telling them pesa ya fertilizer imeenda kwa BBI. Anything, you know, anything is being customized to the Central Kenya, and you can't blame them because it is a political season where people are looking for votes. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think Raila is not campaigning in Central Kenya? That's the bold question. Give us your point too.